everybody. Hope you're doing well, still staying safe and healthy. My last video I posted, we did some two-digit addition on an open number line. Today I thought we would do some two-digit addition with place value blocks, our hundreds, tens, and our ones. So before I start doing some addition problems, I want to review what these blocks are and how much each one represents. Okay? So since we're not in school, I don't have the real blocks, but we are used to drawing them on our papers and whiteboards. So I'm going to draw them on my whiteboard. So in school, we had these big green squares. Who remembers what that big green square is the place value of? Hundreds, right. So each big square is 100. Now, who remembers what these skinny rectangles are? In school, they were long, skinny green rectangles. These are for the tens. So the value of each one of these skinny rectangles is tens. We call these tens rods. So this we call in school a hundreds flat. This is a tens rod. And that leaves us with ones. The ones are a small cube. And they will be represented as a small square. Each one of these equals 1. So we'll call this a ones cube. So when we were learning addition and subtraction this year, we used our hundreds, tens, and ones. And we had to get used to not being able to use the real thing because we knew that when it came time to take a test or when you're at home doing your homework, you wouldn't have those to help you. So we got used to drawing these to solve our work. So quick review. Hundreds flat, each one of these big squares will equal 100. A tens rod, each one of these skinny rectangles will equal 10. And a ones cube, each one of these little squares will equal 1. So when we're adding, we're going to use our place value blocks to draw. Okay, so I'll do a couple of problems and you can do them along with me. And then, like I did in my last video, I'll put a problem up, tell you when to pause it to do the work on your own, and then unpause it to check your work and see how you did. Okay, so let's say that we are adding 42 plus 38. That's our equation, our two-digit plus two-digit equation. So we are going to draw out the place value blocks that we need for each number, and then we're going to add up each place value to get the sum of our answer. So 42, I'm going to do it right next to my problem. 42 has how many ones in the ones place? 2. So we're going to draw 2 little ones in the ones place. I'm going to make 3 columns because this answer could be greater than a two-digit number. So I'm going to make a hundreds column just in case. And I'm going to label H, T, O. So up here we're going to draw our place value blocks for 42. Down here we're going to draw our place value blocks for 38. And down here will be our sum using place value blocks. So back to 42, it has 2 ones, so I'm drawing 2 small squares. How many 10s are in 42? 4 10s. So we're drawing 4 rectangles. Skinny rectangles. Remember, these are our tens rods. They don't have to be perfect. Okay, so that's the tens place. Is there anything in the hundreds place? No. So do we need to draw anything right now? No. Now we can move on to 38. Remember, when you add, subtract, you always, 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 always start in the ones place. If you start in the tens or the hundreds place, your answer is going to be wrong, because sometimes you have to regroup. So make sure you're always, always, always starting in the ones place. Okay, so 38 has how many ones? 8. So we need to draw 8 of these little squares down here. Whoops, squares, not circles, Miss Carino. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, move over to the tens. How many tens are in the 38? 3. So we're drawing 3 rectangles. Our tens rods. Okay, do we have anything in the hundreds place in 38? No, so once again, we don't have to draw anything there. Now we are ready to add. So now we're going to look at our ones place, because I just told you that we always, always, always start where? In the ones place. So let's count up our ones. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10. I can't put 10 in my ones place. These 10 little cubes now are going to turn into a tens rod. So I'm going to erase them, or you can cross them off on your paper. And I'm going to take them and turn it into a tens rod. So I'll add it over here. This green is now my tens rod. So now that I turned those 10 little ones into a tens rod, do I have anything in my ones column? No. So 0 goes in the ones column. Now let's count up our tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can I keep that? Yes, I can. If there's 10 or more tens here, we have to regroup them. We would turn it into a hundreds flat. But since there's only 8 tens here, we can keep them and just write it in our answer. So our answer for 42 plus 38 is 80. Who remembers doing this? I'm glad you do. Okay, let's try another one. Okay. This time, let's do 73 plus 54. Okay, so right next to this, I'm going to draw my hundreds, tens, and ones chart, like I did on the last problem. Okay, so up here, I'm going to show 73 with my place value blocks. In the middle, I'm going to show 54 with my place value blocks. And then I have to go through and add up all my ones and my tens and maybe my hundreds if I need to. And my sum will be down here. Okay? So 73 has how many ones? 3. Draw 3 little ones cubes in your chart. 73 has how many tens? 7. So draw 7 tens rods. Now, you can either just do a stick or draw the skinny rectangle. Because 7 is a lot and I don't have much space here, I'm going to draw long sticks, and those will be my tens rods. We did this in class also. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 tens. Is there anything in the hundreds place? No. So do I need to put anything in here for 73? No. All right, 54. How many ones? 4. 4 little squares. Okay, how many tens? 5. So I'll draw 5 sticks again. 3, 4, 5. Anything in the hundreds? No. So do I need to draw anything there right now? No. Okay, so now I'm going to count up my ones and my tens. If I need to regroup, if I need to turn anything into a 10 or 100, I'll use a different color so you can see that. Okay, so ones. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I counted them all up. And since it's less than 10, I don't have to draw anything. I can just put my answer down here. So there's 6 ones. Now my tens, I'm going to count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If there's more than 10 tens, we have to take 10 of them away and trade them in for a hundreds flat. So I'm going to take out 10 of my tens, because 10 tens makes 100. That's 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm trading it in for a hundreds flat. So now I have how many tens left over? 2. How many hundreds do I have in my hundreds place now? 1. So my answer for 73 plus 54 is 126. So remember, if you have 10 ones in the ones place, you're going to take them away and trade it in for a tens rod. Same thing is true if you have 10 tens in the tens place. You're going to take them away and trade them in for a hundreds flat. 10 or more, you have to regroup. Okay, so now this is going to be one of those problems where I'm going to put the problem on the board. I'm going to ask you to pause the video and try to solve it on your own. When you're done, you can press play and see how you did.